up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Rasan427. Today I just want to do a Mr. Freeze, basically a review of this Mr. Freeze figure. But I want to do an overview of this whole entire wave since it was a builder figure, and I want to get my thoughts on this Mr. Freeze inside like a separate video, strictly for this Mr. Freeze figure right here. And you see, looking at this wave, you get Batman from Batman and Robin from Batman and Robin. You get Batgirl from Batman and Robin, and Poison Ivy. The only thing we really didn't get was the Bane. That was like the main thing we still need from this wave. I don't see why they won't finish it, but I mean, since they gave us all this, I mean, we probably won't get a Bane, to be honest. I really don't know why. They've pretty much made Banes pretty much exactly like it before, but just for some reason, I think this is a really cool wave. The only thing I don't like about it, you get no accessories with none of these figures. Like, you just get fist to hands on all these. Like, no batarangs, no switch out hands at all, no different. I mean, I don't really need a different hair scope, but I mean, give me some type of switch out, some type of accessory. You didn't get any of that. You actually get more with Mr. Freeze than actually anything, to be honest, or what you get with Mr. Freeze and stuff like that. But I do really enjoy this whole wave. I do give this wave a thumbs up. I'll probably give it about this is a really, really good wave. I would probably say this is a really, really good wave right here. I do really enjoy it, and I will about to go more in detail with the Mr. Freeze. I feel like there's some issues with the Mr. Freeze figure. Then I feel like that this kind of the middle, but my two favorite figures actually, surprisingly, is actually Robin and Batgirl. I think those are really, really great. I do think the head scope on the George Clooney is great as well, but that Batgirl really blew me away actually seeing that in person. But let's actually get closer into this Mr. Freeze figure. And actually, looking at this Mr. Freeze figure straight up there, you see aesthetically, I think it looks absolutely, I think it looks on point to what he did. I feel like there could have been more detail, like with more paint on it. I feel like there was more to it, but I mean, what do you expect from a builder figure and from, you know, $25 figure basic? I mean, well, this figure, in order to get this, you got to spend about $100. So I really don't know what it's going for. I'm assuming that go for more. I believe builder figures usually go for more just because you have to spend so much to get them. I really don't even know. Stuff like that, but I think that this is really cool. But let's actually get closer to the figure, get into the head scope and the articulation on this figure. And actually, looking at this figure, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And actually, taking the actual gun off of here, take this actual gun off, and I think this looks really, really cool right here. That looks absolutely awesome. I love the detailing on this. You actually get to pull this out and actually use that, so that's really, really cool detailing on it. I think this gun is fantastic as well. Looking at the gun as well, I think that's great detail. You actually get some more effects on it. I got to just figure out how to actually put it on there, because I was trying to look at a few videos how nobody really put it on there. I probably won't be using these effects anyway, but I think that they're really, really cool on here. You actually get it with each of the different figures that you actually get in this builder figure, but I think they really are cool. But you can use it for different things. I seen what McFarlane said, you could put it on the Batman and Robins and stuff like that figures. You actually could put it on there to see Mr. Freeze actually blasting them. But actually get into this Mr. Freeze figure, see, we get single joint and everything, which is fine. I mean, for bigger figures, I guess that's fine, but it's like you don't really get the articulation. But then he is big. He didn't really move around. Nobody really moved around inside these movies. I mean, Batman couldn't even turn his neck until, I believe, The Dark Knight. I believe that was the first movie. But nobody could really move around, so that's not that big of a deal. It does kind of feel cheaper, but I mean, it is a builder figure, and you know, companies are getting better with builder figures, because builder figures, you know, it's easy to fall apart. Once I took out the package, a lot of the pieces were falling apart, which shouldn't have fallen apart, but hopefully that just was just that part of it. And I actually get the toe articulation, but I don't get the leg articulation. It's hard to actually move that part of it, especially on this one. Seems like it's really hard to actually move it straight up and down and stuff, but I actually will get that corrected and stuff like that. So that's really, really cool right there. And you see, let's get into this head scope. And this head scope, I think, is pretty much on point to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Could it be better? Yes, I would definitely say it's just a decent head scope. You know exactly who it is, but I wouldn't say like it's like fantastic or anything like that. It's definitely not as good as like the Batgirl or the George Clooney, but I think it's pretty good from what you actually pay for, what you actually get. And you see, looking at the detailing on the back of this, that's really, really awesome, really, really cool right there. That's cool. You see how hard that is to actually move the joints around, so I gotta keep playing with it. And you see, moving it down here like that, so that's really cool articulation right there. And I think this is a really, really cool Mr. Freeze figure right here. And lastly, let's actually put this figure back on the turntable, get my final thoughts on this Mr. Freeze figure. this Mr. Freeze video up. I definitely really enjoy this whole wave. I definitely get this whole wave a thumbs up. This Mr. Freeze figure, I do see some issues with it. I don't know why they give us single joints on everything. I get it because it's bigger, but I mean, you still could have gave us more articulation what it is. But I mean, none of these figures can actually, none of these actors could actually move in any of these suits, to be honest. So that's just the excuse you could make for it, that he really wasn't that mobile inside the suit because the suit was so big. Arnold Schwarzenegger is so big, to be honest, that he couldn't really move in a suit that well. But I do really like this figure. I do think the paint application could be better on this figure. That's the only thing I could say really negative about the figure. But tell me all your thoughts on the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.